Hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening to our all viewers. We are back at 22 yards tails along with my colleague Shubham Devnath.
Hello,
We are back.
everyone.
We are back with another video and this time we are discussing New Zealand's squad for the ICC Champions Trophy 2025. And before we get to the squad, why we have picked this team again after India is pretty simple. New Zealand has been our nemesis and our go-to team in the ICC tournaments. So if memory serves me right, Shubham, right from 2019 World Cup,
Yeah.
2019 World Cup in the semi-final, we were knocked out by New Zealand. Then
Oh,
came
those
the
those horrible 20 minutes, I think, when we
yeah.
lost everything.
Yeah,
Virat
and
Kohli,
it
Rohit
was a very
Sharma.
peculiar one-day international where we played
Yeah,
for 2 days,
2 days.
and we could not qualify,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah,
So it was 2019 semi-final where New Zealand knocked us out.
yep,
Then came the 2021 WTC final
yep.
where Ross Taylor and Williamson ensured they
Knocked us
win.
out. Yeah,
Yes, they knocked us out of the final of the WTC.
yep.
Then 2023 World Cup, we managed to beat them in the in the round and in the semi-finals.
Revenge.
Finally, revenge.
Revenge. Yeah.
But
You,
before as well, they have beaten us.
Daryl Mitchell almost pulled out a miracle.
Yes, even after scoring almost 400 runs, we
Yeah,
were not safe and
yeah.
secure. And even though
So,
Shami bowled a very great spell in that match, around 7 wickets, I remember, but still
yeah,
we were on the edge of the seats,
correct,
and
correct.
New Zealand were about to beat us. So
I think till 35 overs, till Kane Williamson and Daryl Mitchell were batting, they were in the game.
yeah,
And I think
definitely,
when Williamson lost his wicket, I think then onwards it just fell out of
yeah.
hand for New Zealand.
Then
But
Rohit Sharma
anyway,
did a good captaincy there. Yeah,
we got our revenge in 2023. But
yeah,
as you have said, New Zealand has been always our nemesis. Even if you remember in 2007 World Cup, the T20 World Cup that we won,
yeah.
we lost against one team, and that was New Zealand.
New Zealand.
So New Zealand somehow they always have the upper end and they have been performing well in ICC tournaments. I think New Zealand have the track record. So yeah, there could not be in many more reasons than why we've gone with this squad. And I think New Zealand has been one of those squads who have actually declared their squad for both their tri series, that is coming tri series
Yeah.
against South Africa and Pakistan, and the upcoming Champions Trophy.
And New Zealand has been, performing very well in the ICC tournament. So if you remember
Yeah,
2015 World Cup, they were the finalists. When
finalist.
2019 World Cup, Ben Stokes took it away from them.
No, no, they didn't lose. So
They didn't lose.
England,
Luck
England,
wasn't on their side.
England and ICC can tell whatever they want,
Yeah,
but New Zealand didn't lose. To make a rule and say that okay, based on number of boundaries, this doesn't make any sense. If number of boundaries matters so much, then people like Virat Kohli, who is so good at rotating strike and who has built his whole career based on rotating strike and chasing down innings, shouldn't have been, then it would have been all about people like Virendra Sehwag, Rohit Sharma, who hit only boundaries. No,
right.
not only boundaries, but this never made sense, and that is the reason maybe why that the ICC have struck out that rule
Yeah,
after the tournament. So yeah, New Zealand didn't lose that series. They were also winner. Maybe not
absolutely.
on the records, but for me, they are also the winner.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we have, given enough emphasis why New Zealand is a very strong team and why we
Yep,
cannot take this team lightly.
yep,
And New Zealand is in India's group, and we are playing them in UAE. And
mm,
what happened in 2021, we are all aware. So
yep.
we cannot take this team lightly at all. They are strong contenders. So let's, deep dive into their squad here. So Shubham, please go ahead and tell us the squad. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the New Zealand squad. So we have a very new captain. I think he what captain one series, I believe, against Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is his first ICC tournament as a captain.
This will be his first ICC tournament. But mid center has been always a calm person, and the performance he have showed against India, we can never forget in the second test, I believe, where he took 7 wickets in the first innings. So brilliant from Mitchell. I think he took 13 wickets in that match. I believe
Yeah,
13 or
I
30,
think
around
so.
13 or 14 wickets.
Yeah.
So mid centner, I think deservingly he has been given the captaincy. Looking forward in the future. Then we have Michael Bracewell, spin bowling all rounder. considering we are playing in the subcontinent. We have Mark Chapman, who has been very consistent in the last few series, one of the most consistent batsmen in the absence of Kane Williamson. He has been playing first down. Devon Conway, a wicketkeeper batsman, had a pretty good record for New Zealand, although his form might not be in the right place, but we'll discuss on this. Lockie Ferguson, I think we don't have to say much about Lockie Ferguson. He has been playing in IPL for a long time. He has been with New Zealand for a long time. A great fast bowler, and in pitches like Dubai with his hit the deck bowling, I think it will be a great. He'll perform great. We have Matt Henry, who will probably lead the bowling attack for New Zealand
Yeah,
in the absence of with Tim Saudi going out, retiring, and I think we don't have Trent Bolt also. So Matt Henry will be the spearhead. Tom Latham, again, brilliant wicketkeeper batsman, a very consistent wicketkeeper batsman for New Zealand. Daryl Mitchell, a brilliant middle order batter. We have William O'Rourke, a young fast bowler. We have Glenn Phillips, a brilliant fielder. Probably, if you ask me, with Jadeja, he is the best fielder in the world. Uh, Person who can ball spin. Even he was a decision in the against India in the Test series. Every time I'm reading this quote, I'm just remembering that whitewash. It's just stuck in my mind. Okay, anyway, let's get out of this. Rachin Ravindra, a brilliant batter, can bowl a bit, but haven't seen him bowling much. So Ben Sears, a fast bowler, I believe.
yeah,
We have Nathan Smith, who has been bowling well, which is medium pace bowling. We have one of the Fab Four, Kane Williamson, will be coming in after some time in the ODI squad, and we have Will Young, who has been a very consistent and a very promising batter for New Zealand. So overall, this looks a pretty safe squad. To be honest, they have gone with the expected players. There are few talking points which we'll talk about, but this is the squad. What is your first thought about the squad, Akshit?
yeah. So the squad is, a safe squad as you mentioned, and a very predictable one because New Zealand does not like to experiment much. Although they
Yep,
always try new players, they
yep,
always give chances, they back them.
mhm,
But we were quite expecting the squad to be on the similar lines that they have announced. So what we can do is, we can just create our first probable 11 from these 15 that we
yep,
think will play the first match against Pakistan in Karachi, so
yep,
that we have a clear idea of what would be the team coming to the ground there, and then we
yep,
can discuss on the backups that they have taken in case an injury has to occur.
yep.
So yeah, let's
Yeah.
start.
So, just before I start, right? So, keeping in mind that whereas India will be playing all their matches in UAE, whenever we talk about any other team, unless they play against India, they will be playing all their matches in Pakistan.
Right.
So, excuse me. So, this just keeping that in mind, and we know Pakistan pitches in ODIs, they sometimes have both the fast bowlers and spinners. So we'll just go ahead with this thought. But before I start, Akshit, do you see any surprise addition or someone that has been removed from the squad that you expected in the squad?
Yes, so as you mentioned, right, every team will be playing in the subcontinent conditions.
Hmm.
Unless they are playing against India, they will be playing in Pakistan. And Pakistan also, it has primarily three venues: Rawalpindi, Karachi, and Lahore.
Lahore, yeah,
Yeah, all the three pitches, although they suit the fast bowlers, but they also offer equal and good help to the spinners as well. So,
absolutely, yeah,
as we have seen in the India squad as well, we have taken four spinners who can give us around 40 overs every time we need.
yeah,
But when I look at this squad, apart from Mitchell Santner, who is a full-time spinner and can
mm,
also bat and give some handy runs, there
mm,
is no other spinner which I can bank on. For example, Michael Bracewell, he's a finger spinner, but he's a part-time spinner. Even Glenn Phillips has bowled quite good in the test matches. He has been chipping in with some wickets here and there, but I cannot trust him to give me 10 overs every day.
yeah,
So apart from Mitch Santner, I was expecting an Ish Sodhi there,
mm,
who is a leg spinner who can come very handy in the subcontinent conditions. He knows the conditions better,
yeah,
but unfortunately, he is not there in the squad. So that is a shocker for me. And Devon Conway has not played an ODI for New Zealand in the last 12, 13 months, if I remember correctly. So
yep,
last he played against India in the World Cup, and then
mm,
after that he has not been the part of the ODI squad. and to fast track him again in the main squad against all the top teams is it raises some questions to me. How did he enter into the 15 without playing any significant amount of white ball cricket? So yeah, those are my first thoughts on that.
I think absolutely you're on point with the spinning. See, any team who comes to play in subcontinent, see every squad will have weakness. But when you're coming to subcontinent, your weakness cannot be your spin lineup. Your spin should be the strength.
Right,
If you are if you don't have the strength in spin, maybe you are not from subcontinent and all, you should still put as much spinners as much as possible, because I see in the speeches in Dubai or in Pakistan, whenever they're playing, you need at least two proper spinner. And in here, when we see we have only one with Mitch Santner as a proper spinner and two part-time spinner, I just feel that this might go well, but there are pretty high chances that it might not end up well for New Zealand. We'll not know probably now, but this is a weakness that probably when we as a cricket fan, and especially being in subcontinent, we know that uh, if India team would have gone with only one proper spinner, we would have been like, there would have been like hell all over the place, like
right,
so many questions. But maybe New Zealand have their own thought process. We'll know as and when the tournament progresses. Keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and try to build what we think would be the probable 11 when New Zealand plays their first match against Pakistan.
right, sure.
Okay. So, Akshit, who are your openers?
My openers. So that's a very good question. First question, because the last series
Yeah.
that New Zealand played against Sri Lanka,
Mhm.
Will Young was the part of the squad, and he was the primary opener there. Although
True.
he did not perform that well, he scored a 90 odd in one match, and the
Yep.
rest two he did not perform that well. But keeping in mind that William has been performing consistently well in other formats as well. So if you
Yep.
remember against India, when New Zealand visited India, and we had that infamous 3-0 loss against them,
Mhm.
William was a key player for them in the at number
Yes.
three, and he
Yes.
was and he was the informed batter there,
Yep.
and he always bailed them out of tough situations. He played the spin very well. He was able to negotiate Jadeja and Ashwin's counter attack, even Washington Sundar's spin there. So I will be tempted to continue with the same opening combination of Ravindra and William. But just to be a devil's advocate here, I think that since Devon Conway has been brought into the squad, and it's a psychological advantage that any team has with a big name in the squad. Uh, so it's a very tricky decision for me, but going with the fact that they don't experiment much and they back their players, even I am tempted to continue with the same opening combination of William and Rachin Ravindra.
So, even though we say that Willian has been someone who has been recently playing consistently for New Zealand, see, he is not a spring chicken. He is not a like 20-year-old or 21-year-old guy. He
Yeah,
is, I think, his age is around 31.
yeah,
So
he's in
he
30s.
he had he had a good amount of experience in the first class cricket in New Zealand. So I just believe every time I've seen him play, even in test matches in India when he has not scored big, the time he has been in the crease, he looked confident, he looked settled against spin bowling against spin bowling of Ashwin and Jadeja, who are very good spinners. And even in the again matches against Sri Lanka, in the matches where he hasn't scored big, for the time he was there in the innings, where he was there in the crease, he has been pretty settled.
Yeah.
So looking at him, for me, I just don't have any doubt that he will be starting.
Okay.
Conway, big name, has been a proven guy for New Zealand, but he has not been playing, so I we don't know about his confidence and all. So just on that basis, I think William has an upper hand, and he will be opening the innings with Rachin Ravindra, who is a no-brainer for me.
Right.
With the way
Right.
he has performed in 2023 World Cup in India and his recent performance and in the performance he has showed in against India in the Test series, I think he's a no-brainer. He will come in. Plus, Rachin Ravindra can give you one or two overs also if
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, and he's an all format player for New
Yeah,
Zealand,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he has been
absolutely.
in tremendous form. So he will. be there at the top.
Yeah, yeah. He is the future of New
Yeah,
Zealand cricket.
right.
So then a pretty good question comes: who is at number three?
Yeah,
And people might laugh on us saying that why is it even a good question? Because Williamson walked straight in.
yeah,
It's like asking like, can will Virat Kohli be in the at number three in India when Champions Trophy starts? He will always be at number three. It doesn't matter who has performed well, who has been playing at number three in previous matches, if he was rested or not. Once Virat Kohli is there, he walks straight in.
yeah,
The same goes with Kane Williamson. Once he is there, he walks straight in. But the person he will be replacing is Mark Chapman.
yeah,
And Akshit, my colleague, if you can help me out with his recent scores against Sri Lanka. What was the
yeah.
scores?
So just to add a little more headache to the selectors there, so Mark Chapman was playing at number three against Sri Lanka in the recent ODI series. He scored an 81 from 81 balls. He has scored 62 from 52 balls, and he has scored a quick fire 29 when they were chasing a small target. So he has been a consistent performer at number three for them. He is not a part-time batter who has been given a chance and was tried
Absolutely.
there, and he has been performing. He has scored almost 200 in three ODIs at the absence of Williamson. So it's a very tricky thing for Kane Williamson to walk in straight away. Although we all know he is a part of Fab Four, and we do not have any doubt against Kane when it comes to the subcontinent. He has been a great player for New Zealand.
Yep.
It will be very tough for New Zealand to drop Mark Chapman there. Unfortunately, I think he might have to be taken out from the squad there, and Kane will replace him. But it's very unfortunate for a batsman who is in form to get dropped.
Yep. True. True. Very true. I think it just doesn't feel right, but this is what it is. Mark Chapman will probably have to sit out for Williamson. And yeah, but you never know with Williamson, right? If he sees that Mark Chapman has been playing well, maybe after the first two matches, Williamson doesn't feel that confident, and there is a chance that there will be, selected for the next set of semis and finals. Then he might sit out and give Chapman the chance. But anyway,
But with ICC Champions Trophy, it's a very small format. You have just three
correct,
matches in the league stage, and then you have the knockouts. So you
correct.
do not have that edge or that liberty to test a player for one or two matches. So that's where
Correct.
the Tri Nation series will come very important
Yeah.
for New Zealand, where they can have where they can test Kane's form, how is he playing, and yeah, maybe they can then take a call on the number three
Okay.
spot.
So at number three, we are going ahead with Kane
Yeah,
Williamson. Unfortunately, Chapman, even though he has a brilliant series, he will have to sit out. At number four, I think again this is a no-brainer. Daryl Mitchell has been important part of of their squad. He gives you run consistently. He is an anchor at the middle order, and he can also bowl few overs if needed with his medium fast bowling. So, any doubt on that, Akshit?
no, no, no. He's a very handy bowler, and he's a very busy player in the middle.
Correct,
So
correct.
in ODI, you require someone who can bat from 20 overs to 40 overs,
Yep.
can chip in some boundaries here and there, but you need to take the scoreboard. So Daryl Mitchell is a perfect guy there.
Yeah, I think he's a super fit in the ODI team.
Yeah,
Not so in the T20, but in ODI format, he's an awesome fit.
yeah.
The next batsman again is again he walks in straight with his plenty of experience, and probably he'll also wicket keep. And we are talking about Tom Latham.
Tom Latham, right?
Yeah, he was the captain who whitewashed us.
Hmm.
So
So yeah, so if
I,
required, they have Kane Williamson and Tom Latham who can advise Mitchell Santner whenever needed.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they have two captains there, and yeah, he will be their first choice wicket keeper.
Yeah, yeah. You cannot just replace experience. I think Tom Latham works straight in at
Right.
number five.
Yeah.
At number six, we have the gun fielder, a
Yeah.
part-time spinner. I have to call him a part-time spinner, but this is what it is.
Yeah.
And a pretty handy batsman who can give you a quick fire 30 to 40 if needed.
Yeah, yeah. So
We are,
he is the perfect finisher for New Zealand there,
yeah, we are talking about Glenn Phillips.
Glenn Phillips. Yeah,
Is there any doubt, Akshit, on Glenn
No, no,
Phillips?
no.
No.
I completely agree to your thoughts there.
Yeah.
Gun fielder can be very much handy with the ball and is a attacker, and he can take the game away from us. Yeah.
Correct. Who do you play at number seven, Akshit?
So, given the conditions, if the track is a spin-friendly track and we are playing in the subcontinent, uh, I would be tempted to play an all-rounder, a bowling all-rounder who can, give us 5 or 6 overs with the spin and can
Mhm.
also be handy with the bat. So I see Michael Bracewell, who chips in with good runs and can also give us some overs with this finger spin.
See,
So
that's where as I've said, right, the weakness. It's not that we have more options. It's just that we have only option in Michael Bracewell.
yeah, you're right.
There is no other option
There's
to
no other
be
option.
there.
Yes.
Like he has to play. So
Yeah.
if an injury comes, then it's just Mitch Santner,
Hmm.
and we have 4 to 5 fast bowlers. So again, Bracewell, yes, he is a good player. He can give you quick fire 30 to 40. He can even play a pretty long innings. We have seen him play well. He gives you some spin. He has bowled well. I think he was part of one of the IPL team with RCB, I believe.
RCB, yes.
Yeah. So he has some experience in the subcontinent. He will be handy, but it's just that you need more options when you come into subcontinent with
Yeah.
spin bowling. So yeah, so at number seven, I think we are at number seven or number six? Number seven, right?
Number seven. Number
Yeah.
seven.
Number seven, Bracewell walks in.
Number
At
eight will be Mitchell Santner there.
number eight, will be Mitch Santner. Again, pretty handy with the bat, can
Hmm.
bowl well, and he has been more than wicket taking. I think he is one of the most economical bowler.
Absolutely, yes. I was going to come to that. He
Yeah,
has an economy of around 4 to 5 runs and over on an
yeah.
average in the last 10 ODIs he has played.
This is
So,
brilliant. Like in the
yeah,
mid overs, you have a bowler like Mitch Santner. His overs are like gold dust. Like he'll go run through the over very quickly, and if he can limit his the runs he give away to 40 to 45, I think this is brilliant.
right.
So at number eight, Akshit.
So, eight we have Santner. So, 9, 10, and 11. So, if
Mm,
since they are short of any more spinners, they will have to resort to fast bowlers there.
okay,
And we cannot miss out Matt Henry and Lockie Ferguson. They
no,
will
no
be their first choice. Uh, the
bowlers.
couple fast bowlers who will lead the attack there. So and they come with a good amount of experience. They have been part of ICC tournaments before,
Mhm, mhm.
and as you mentioned at the start, right? We do not have Tim Saudi and we do not have Trent Bolt. So after these two, the stalwarts are Matt Henry and Lockie Ferguson. So I will pick them at 9 and 10, and at 11 they have an option in Ben Sears, they have an option in Nathan Smith, and they also have an option of William O'Rourke. So Nathan Smith has been performing decently well with
Yes,
in the recent series against Sri Lanka. He has been bowling pretty well in the middle order and
yep,
also at the death.
mhm,
And so has been William Rourke. William Rourke was very good in the Test series against India,
yep,
and he is their fresh upcoming new talent. And
mhm,
he's also tall and he hits the deck when he bowls. So yeah, so how the Tri Nation series goes, they will have to judge how Nathan Smith is in the recent form, how William Rourke is bowling, and Ben Sears can be a backup for them. So
yep.
any one of Nathan Smith or William O'Rourke can be picked there based upon their recent form. Yeah,
See, I believe that William Rourke is a pretty similar type of bowler as Lockie Ferguson. They both are like they'll hit the deck and they can bounce you. Whereas Nathan Smith is it brings some variety in the bowling attack, which is slowish medium pace bowling. He
yeah,
puts some seam and he can even cut to bowl some cutters and all. So he can bring that variation. And Matt Henry works straight in. I think he's spearheading the bowling attack. So if you ask me, I probably see Matt Henry going ahead with Lockie Ferguson based on his experience and with Nathan Smith. This will be my three first bowling attack. But one weakness I see Matt Henry with bowlers like Matt Henry, or if even if William Rourke they play, they will have a pretty good opening bowling because they can swing the ball when the ball is new. But
Yeah,
what about death bowling?
yeah.
How many options that they have in their death bowling? So that's again
Mr.
I
Locky
feel,
Ferguson. Yeah.
yeah, that's again I feel a kind of a weakness maybe, but you never know, they might surprise us.
So yeah, maybe the team is in a transition phase where after Tim Saudi and Trent Bolt, this is what they have in their bucket right now.
Correct.
And as you rightly mentioned, Matt Henry can exploit the opening power play conditions where the ball is seaming and swinging, but we do
Mm.
not have any other bowler who can do the same thing for them. Lockie Ferguson will be bowling at the death, and
Yep.
they will have to use him in the middle overs, and so
Yep.
is Nathan Smith with his variations and everything. So yeah, uh, so if we have to pick one or two weaknesses which are pretty much straightforward, are dearth in the spin attack, and
Yep.
then they're lacking some bowling at the death as well.
Yep. What about their batting? Do you see their batting? I think they have a pretty long tail also. I think if they play Nathan Smith, even Nathan Smith can bat. Even I think Matt Henry can
Yeah, even Matt
hit
Henry
six,
can tong the ball. Yes,
dog the
you're
ball,
right.
and even Lockie Ferguson can hit some one or two sixes. So they have a pretty long tail. But again, if you see right, their a proper batsman ends with I think Tom Latham, and then
Yeah,
you have Glenn Phillips. I see more of a him if him as a pinch hitter. He can come and he can swing the bat. So again, I see they lack a bit of longer batting. Like they have their tail extended, but probably you want six proper batsmen, and I
right.
just feel like they lack that sixth batsman who can, like, if there is a three quick wickets at the beginning, do you have enough batting lineup to play till the 50 overs?
Yeah, that's a good point. They do not have someone who can anchor till the 45th over, apart from
Correct.
Daryl Mitchell. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So once and remember, Tom Latham has not been in a brilliant form. If he has not been in as consistent as well, he was like maybe 2 to 3 years back.
yeah.
So Daryl Mitchell and Williamson have to be very pivotal in the batting lineup. They have to perform consistently.
They have to, and since they are short of batsmen as well,
Mm.
I might be tempted to play both Mark Chapman and Kane Williamson, and make Bracewell sit out. And if we require some spin, maybe Williamson can roll his arm over because we do not have any other option. If Mark
Yeah,
Chapman is in form, let him play at number three. Let Kane Williamson come at four, and then the order shifts itself. But then
yeah.
Williamson, if required, will have to bowl, or Glenn Phillips will have to give you a good amount of 7 or 8 overs.
Yeah, Glenn
Otherwise, they're
Phillips. Yeah,
yeah,
so if yeah, that's a very good point actually. If they strengthen their batting lineup by putting Chapman also. So remember, they will not be playing in their backyard. They will have to play in subcontinent. So
right.
if you think that way, they might think that okay, let us also strengthen our batting lineup. So what they can do is that in the initial matches where the wickets can be fresh, and the fresh wickets you get more help on from the fast bowlers than spinners. So in the initial matches, they might they might favor playing Chapman along with Williamson to strengthen their batting, and then they might sit out Bracewell. So
Yeah.
in that way, what you'll get is you will have one proper spinner in Mitch Santner. You might have few 6 to 7 overs from Glenn Phillips. Then Daryl Mitchell have to pitch in,
Yes.
which is maybe 2 to 3, 3 to 4 overs, which is fast bowling, medium pace bowling, and then you have the three fast bowlers.
Yeah. So after the three bowlers, the rest 20 overs will have to be pitched in by some of the other players every day. So
Yes,
that's a headache for New Zealand there.
yeah,
But yeah, let's hope it comes good and not against us
not
versus
against
India,
us.
not against us. Fingers
uh,
crossed.
yeah,
But yeah, if they perform well and if they are able to get past the first match, which is against Pakistan, that will be their tough match. If they are able to beat Pakistan there, Bangladesh and India, yeah, I see them in the top. Like
top
they,
four.
I can see them in the top four. Yes, definitely. If they are able to beat Pakistan, that's the big challenge for
So
them.
you are expecting India to be out of the group stage, or you are expecting Pakistan to be out of the group stage?
See, that's a discussion for some other day. But if everything goes well for New Zealand and India, I see them India and New Zealand going ahead, and Pakistan and Bangladesh
Again,
out on top.
I just don't see how New Zealand can go ahead with just one proper spinner. That's my I just don't see that much a good depth in their bowling lineup. If you have to bring suddenly someone like Lockie Ferguson in the team, that also shows that they lack a bit of experience. That's why they are trying to bring in more experience. Even in their batting lineup, it's not as experienced as you think. With Devin Conway not in form, you will need to bring Will Young, who has not played that much in subcontinent. You have, Rachin Ravindra. He's also a youngster. He has not played like 5 or 6 years. If you play Chapman, not much experience. So most of your experience are on Williamson and Tom Latham.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with everything that you have mentioned here. But yeah. So as I said, their first match is their kind of a quarter final there,
Yeah,
because I think they would be able to beat Bangladesh. Nothing
yeah,
against Bangladesh, but New Zealand is a better team. They might end up at the winning side there. So they just have to beat Pakistan, and Pakistan being Pakistan, you're never sure, because even they have their issues with spin attack.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll discuss Pakistan at depth later, but even they are short of good spinners there. So yeah, you never know.
Okay, great. So according to Akshit, New Zealand is going through from group stage along with India. And to be honest, if you ask any Indian, probably 80 to 90% will want the same thing, because somehow India fans have also grown a bit of a sympathy with what has happened with New Zealand in 2019
Oh
ODI.
yes,
So although they are a nemesis, but I think we all love New Zealand because of their humble attitude.
right.
And you have and that image of Kane Williamson smiling after the 2019 World Cup final. You have seen all the reels that has come in.
Yeah,
So not out of sympathy, but also India knows that how good of a cricketing nation New Zealand is. They have always performed well in ICC tournament, so we expect the same along with India. So I think if you ask me, I also wish that India and New Zealand go through. And yeah, but you never know at Pakistan. So fingers
yeah,
crossed again.
yes. So their first match is the main important match there in the league.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah.
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 So that's what we had for today. Thank you,
Yeah.
Shubham. Thank you for joining today for this.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Again, our request will be to shower your love and support. Subscribe to this channel, like, share with your friends. We need a
yeah,
lot of support. We are still starting. We will make mistakes. Please feel free to provide your constructive feedbacks or any kind of feedbacks. Just put your comments out there and tell us what you think should be the probable 11, and if there is any surprise addition that you see in the squad. Again, you know that these are all professional squad. They might change. I think what there is some dates they have given till the time
yeah.
the
Till
finals.
till 12th of February, they can change their squads.
Yeah, they can change the sort. So again, as you have talked, right? So if they feel like there's a one spin proper spin unless they might bring in Isodi, you never know.
Yeah,
So tell us about your opinion. Tell us about what you think will be the probable 11. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it for
yeah,
today. And Akshit, if you have anything to say.
yeah. Just that. Yeah. Keep showering your love to us. Please subscribe and like our video. Feel free to comment your own 11 here, and we'll be back with a new video. So
Soon.
yeah. Till then,
Till
take
then,
care.
bye bye, sayonara.
Take care. Bye bye.